somebody to get OG just a proper makeup artist and hairstylist. Because these looks, and these are just the two worst looks. I told y'all last week, OG can be a pretty girl. She cannot, she does not working with professional makeup artists or hairstylists. I mean, look at this shit, okay? One is a pigtail wig. The other one is a mohawk faux hawk. That doesn't look bad, but then you got her like draw by number eyebrows on that makes it look bad. OG is a pretty woman. I don't get why she let somebody make her look stupid every week. Okay? And she should not wear lewd girl. She should not wear nude lipstick because it washes her face out. She needs like a little purple lip. Even a little bit of a red lip. But the nude colors, it just doesn't work. And somebody please fix her eyebrows. Like this, it looked like it's just painted on, like just paint both times, or just like Nike swooshes, just like girl upside down. I'm just so upset with this. I'm like, girl, and the wig frontal with the little pics. And why didn't you pull more hair up? Why would you pull the little pebbles and bam bam ass pigtail to the top of your cranium? What is wrong with you, OG? I'd be rooting. We were all rooting for you, okay? Simply because I don't like Chris and I'm rooting for you. But this, I just can't. I cannot. And my Jocelyn Hernandez was, I cannot. Like, girl, please get it together. Please get it together, okay? And I wanted to start with this so I have to talk about her hair later on in the episode when I will forget. However, hey y'all, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner, and as y'all seen, this is the review for Basketball Wives Season 8, Episode 3. I'm hoping everybody's having a great 4th of July and all of that good stuff. Okay, because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's the 4th of July. Yay! Everything. So let's just get started on this episode. Y'all already know to subscribe to my channel. Y'all know that y'all should be liking this video. Y'all are aware that you should be sharing this video when you're finished, or share right now. Pause it, share it, and then come back and watch it, okay? Share it on your Twitter, on your Facebook, okay? Share, like. Okay, so let's get started. We see Shani, okay, because it picks up where the last episode left off. So Shani engaged in a hug or whatever, and now she going outside trying to talk to Evelyn. And Evelyn out there huffing and puffing and blowing old houses down or whatever. I can't believe Jen acting like that. So Shani at least say, look, Jen is really messed up. Like, she's really messed up, but she's still dealing with her mom's death in a crazy ass way. And what she did admit was she know she's not handling it the right way, and she know she's doing things wrong. But did she admit what she said about my daughter? And she's like, no, she didn't admit that. You know what I'm saying? But again, she's really messed up. I gave her a hug or whatever. Shawty said, well, you know what? It's crazy because when she spoke about my daughter, her mother wasn't sick. Her mother was healthy and alive. So, well, so she needs to address that. Look, sometimes when somebody say, I know I fucked up and I've been handling things the wrong way, that is their way of saying, I can't apologize. I can't use an itemized deduction as apology. But no, I'm sorry. And I don't think Shani lying that Jen said stuff about the girl, but I don't think Jen saying the girl paid the bills is so horrible. Like, well, if she called the girl a build-a-bear or a whore, that's different. But I mean, who cares who wrote the checks? Girl, I just don't care that much, really. And I want Evelyn to stop every season. Evelyn mad about something somebody said about something. Girl, just stop listening to people and move the fuck on, okay? Let's move on past that. So we then see Shawnee, Tammy, and Jackie all meet up, to have a little conversation. So they do bring up, you missed a little Crystal party, and this is what happened. We don't care. We know that Jen didn't admit to one thing, but she admitted to another thing, and she still is in a bit of denial. And I seen people in my comments like, when parents die, that's not how you act. I think y'all don't get what Jen mean by she's dealing with her mom's death in a crazy way. It doesn't mean that her mom dying made her lie or tell lies or whatever. It means she's been doing things that she know was wrong, and when she reacts to being confronted about it, she not doing that right, and she's just consistently angry. As I believe what she's doing, and again, I can get that you are very angry when you lose a parent. You be sad and depressed some days. It's very, very fucking hard. So I get what she mean, but I don't think she mean because my mom passed away. Now I'm going to start lying. It is what it is. Anyway, so they talk about that a little bit, but we don't care too much. Tammy then bring up how, she's dealing with the fact that her ex-husband, Kenny Anderson, the basketball player, suffered a massive stroke. And I was like, I got to get this. What? I don't remember hearing about it, but it could have happened and I heard about it and I just kind of, you know, didn't keep thinking about it or whatever. So Tammy brings up that even though she don't want Kenny back, even though she don't love him like that anymore, nothing like that or whatever, she's still sad about the fact that he, had this stroke and he's a different person. She brings up, what I'm saying, at the end of the day, he is still the father of my children. So she said, he's doing okay, but he could be doing better because, he can't see out of one eye. He can't talk the right way. So he's having to learn to speak again and just be functional again. He's having to relearn things. And, it's just hard because this is a sad situation. And I'm like, well, okay, Sam, it is sad about that. And it is a good thing that she can separate the fact that he messed me over as an ex-husband, but he's still the father to my kids, and it's still a sad thing for that to happen to him because I don't want my daughters losing their dad. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're not on the best of terms with him, I don't want them losing him. So we then see Tammy later on go talk to her daughter. I'm gonna get Tammy on out the way. She go talk to her daughter. This one of the daughters. The one daughter who we usually see a lot. The other one you don't see that much. I don't know the difference between lyric or jazz. I just know it's two girls. Anyway, so she's like, how you dealing with, your dad or whatever. And your daughter said, well, we didn't have the best relationship, so it was just shocking to know what happened. Kind of sneeze or something. And so, she just brings up how, it's hard for her because she's like, I just couldn't imagine getting that phone call if it was you. And I'm like, well, what that got to do with Kenny? But I get it. Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So, because she like, mom, I need, you need to quit smoking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not good. You need to stop smoking. And tell me, I want to be able to stop. You know what I'm saying? I've tried to stop. I just don't know how. Look, I told y'all, well, those of y'all who have been following me since the beginning, I did a story time. I used to smoke cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes for 10 years. I smoked cigarettes from the time I was 17 until I was 27 when I quit. And that was 10 years ago. I have to sneeze or I'm going crazy. But quitting is hard because a year or two before I actually quit, I kept trying to quit and the shit didn't work. And then, so I get what she mean by, you want to quit, but smoking cigarettes is a real life ass addiction. Like you really like it's a whole thing. And to quit, it's because you quit in the cravings and the moodiness. I said in my thing when I talk about quitting, when I quit smoking, I lost my job because I was a bitch. I was a complete bitch to people, and my bosses did not want to put up with it. But it's very hard to quit smoking. So I completely get it. But at the same time, you can do it. Like I did it because I just told myself they don't make cigarettes anymore. That was my mindset. I had to trick my mind and say, okay, they don't make cigarettes no more, so you can't go buy any cigarettes. And in the morning, instead of smoking a cigarette, when I first woke up, I would cut the TV on and like listen to the news. And in the car, instead of driving, smoking a cigarette, I would call my mom or call my boyfriend. So I replaced habits, and that's how I was able to do it. It was hard, and I back the first 2 or 3 months was hard because I went back and stopped and went and but I then quit. And I've been cigarette free for 10 years. So I get what she means. So Tammy go to see a hypnotherapist to try to hypnotize her into stop smoking. And she said, I feel like I just fell asleep. Well, you may have. You may have been tired and took a little nap, little cat nap. Or whatever. But we shall see if she really stopped smoking. I don't know if she still smokes now. I feel like she do. I feel like I've seen her smoking a cigarette on her Bonnet Chronicles, since this episode probably was taped, months ago or whatever. Anyway, we then see the new girl, Phoebe. I feel like Phoebe too new to give us just for whatever. But Phoebe's grandfather passed away from cancer, may he rest in peace. And so, she said how they found out he had cancer, and then 3 weeks after her grandfather found out he had cancer, he died because it progressed. It had already progressed to that stage and everything. So her and Evelyn went to a tattoo shop, and she was getting a cancer ribbon, in remembrance of her grandfather. And she brings up how him dying made me angry. Like I'm angry about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just hard to deal with or whatever. Here go Evelyn. Well, don't be like Jen. Don't be like Jen, who out here saying her mom death made her angry or whatever. When she was being messy about stuff. And then Phoebe bring up how I don't think I can be friends. I can be friends with Jen, but I do want to get to know the other to get to know the ladies. I say, girl, you're a bandwagon jumper. My thing is, how do you know you don't want to be friends with Jen? You ain't met that lady. You haven't. And Jen is no horror. Jen ain't no different than Evelyn and Shawnee. They was a goddamn there was a trio. Okay, it was three of them. So I feel like anyone like I can't be friends with Jen. Jen is just like Evelyn and just like Shawnee. Okay, the only difference is she got caught in her gossip. That's the only thing that's different. If y'all think that Shawnee and Evelyn ain't somewhere right now cackling okay about somebody and gossiping about somebody, you fooling yourself. Now Jen got caught in her bullshit and she won't stay true to the fact that she said what she said. Anyway, I'm like, but you can't act like it's not, oh, I didn't do nothing. Yes, she did. God, my face just feels so oily. Guess you did. You know you did, Jen. Anyway, I need Phoebe to not be out here prejudging people who she don't know based on, Evelyn saying, Jen out here being messy. Y'all all fucking messy, okay? So we see Jackie, OG, Malaysia, and Cece meet up. You know what I'm saying? Mainly because Malaysia's like, oh, everybody's on better terms now. Since I'm just happy that we can all go out. I'm like, Kristen ain't there, so it doesn't matter. So they get down sitting around and chit chatting. I think Jackie maybe asked Cece if she had seen or talked to Kristen. And she said, well, no, I haven't seen her since, we met up at Malaysia's house or whatever, but we've all agreed to just move forward, you know what I'm saying, and let them get along or whatever. And OG makes a face. So OG makes a face and Malaysia notices. She's like, what's the face for? Well, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, they just need to kind of air things out or whatever. It's like, what's your problem with Kristen? And OG say, at my birthday party, excuse me, she came in and was rude to me or whatever. She said some things. And then also at the reunion, she tried to shame me because I wasn't married and didn't have kids. And like, I don't fuck with her. And I feel like Malaysia acting like people don't have beef and don't fuck with people. Y'all don't fuck with Jen. Because she said something. So I'm like, why y'all act like it's such a foreign thing if OG don't like Kristen for some bullshit Kristen said about her? I'm like, girl, it's girl hypocrites. Anyway, Malaysia feel like, OG just doesn't want my family to get along. No, your family don't want your family to get along. You brought two people on to the show who clearly did not get along. I don't feel like this show made them not get along. I feel like there was always issues between them two, and the show just brought it to the forefront. But I'm like, Malaysia, girl, bye. Anyway, but she said, I don't get why Malay OG doesn't like Kristen. Because Kristen's a bitch. I can tell you why the Kristen is a bitch. All up and through. Anyway, at that point in time, Cece, well, OG brings up how Cece was having an engagement party. So Cece invites them to the engagement party and says she's open to having Kristen there as well. And OG feel like, I don't get why Cece, wants Kristen there, whatever. Kristen has said and done things, and Cece's so mad about it or whatever. And I know this because Cece vents to me, like me and Cece close. So Cece tells me things that upsets her about Kristen, and but she don't want to like say it out loud. So I'm like, okay, that can be felt in two different ways. Everybody has a friend who they vent to, and that's just what it is. Now you should not vent to your friends about other friends, okay? But if my friend know I got beef with so and so, I will vent to her. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think there's anything wrong with Cece confiding in OG. Now the problem is when you confide in somebody, you have to confide in someone who will not throw you up under the bus. Okay, let's say that right now. Anyway, OG keeps saying how, she feel like people just need to be real and People need to address real issues and not just kind of fakingly, I don't think that's the word, but fraudulently, act like there's no issues, whatever. That's some bullshit. And Malaysia, I just why does she want our family to be at odds? I'm like, Malaysia, shut up and get some Malaysia, get some business, get a story. Let's get a storyline. Besides you being upset of what's going on with Kristen and Cece, girl, because you ain't had no storyline in what 2-3 seasons. Anyway, Malaysia leaves and so does Jackie because Malaysia wants to leave before she start arguing with OG. So at that point in time, OG and Cece starts talking again. So clearly they have natural conversation or whatever. So OG, like, was when you and Kristen, mended these issues or whatever, was Thomas there? And she was like, no, he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't. So, you like, there are things that Kristen has done, and she don't know. I know, whatever. You know what I'm saying, and I can't stay quiet for too long. I'm like, okay, so clearly, Cece done told OD some shit, and OD finna snitch. Again, you have to be careful who you vent to. Okay, so boom, we see Evelyn is having an event because she started some not company. She has two facial cream products. She said something about because when she was having joint pain, she found stuff that had like weed in it that helps or whatever. So it's this face cream stuff that she's gonna have and be selling or whatever because she got bills to pay, and kids to pay for or whatever. And so she said she's gonna have this event, but she's not going to invite Jackie. No, she's not going to invite Tammy and Jen to try her products because she don't want the bullshit or whatever. And she said I still feel like Jen trying to play sad, to get out of what she's been saying. And that's about 50% true and 50% bullshit, Evelyn. I feel like Jen is really dealing with the death of her mom because I know what it feels like to mourn a parent. But I also feel like she could possibly still be, trying to get out of it. But I think it's the truth and it's a lot at the same time. They can be the same thing. So we see Jen and Kristen go have a conversation, and basically Kristen like, well, they still mad at you because they, Evelyn believes what the other lady said that you said, and that's why she's still upset with you. And Jen said, I don't give a fuck. She can believe what she wants to believe. Like I don't, I'm out here feeling like an orphan because my mama dead, and my mama died. My daddy only sent me a text message, so I'm basically an orphan out here because my daddy was shit. I'm divorced. I don't have no kids and I'm alone and I'm having to face the fact that I'm all alone. So I'm reeling from that. Again, I'm not saying the things that Jen said about possibly Evelyn's daughter and about Shaq and Evelyn is right, but I can get how now she's so alone, she's just fucking everything up because she don't know what to do. Just throwing darts and stuff and this shit catching on fire. She busting bubbles, all kind of shit going on. And she don't know no better. Okay, so I'm like, girl, whatever. We then see OG go see Jackie because OG says she's going to retire from football. She's been playing for 10 years. And so because she won a game or did a touchdown and twerked her ass, she's going to now create a doll where the doll, like a little Barbie doll, the ass twerks. So she needed Jackie to put a cast on her ass because her ass is gonna be the cast of the Barbie. I said, girl, first of all, that makes no sense because your ass is huge. And unless you're making some life size ass silicone dolls, what did you put a cast on your ass for? But I digress. Sometimes they just have to do a scene. Okay. So her and Jackie chit chatting or whatever. And then they get on her beef with Kristen. You know what I'm saying? And she brings up how she said Kristen just fake. She's very, very fake or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? I noticed that she was fake from the moment that she started wanting to be cool with Evelyn and Shawnee. That's when she started dissing. That's when she started dissing Cece. And that's true. That's very true. The closer that Kristen got to Jen or to Shawnee or to Evelyn, the more she tried to distance herself from Cece and make it seem as if her and Cece wasn't cool. So that did happen last season. I know that for a fact. So at that point in time, Jack like, look, we all need to get along. The fan is blowing here in my face and driving me crazy. We all need to get along and for that reason alone, because we're all basketball wives, so we just need to do that. OG then said, or are we? all basketball wives. But what does that mean, OG, is what Jackie said. But I said, OG, you not a basketball wife because you not married to your man. The only person that's currently married is Jackie. So Jackie technically is the only standing basketball wife. Shawnee's an ex-basketball wife, and the Malaysia's an ex-basketball wife. No one else on this. Oh, and Jen is an ex-basketball wife. But no one else. Oh, Kristen. But she's insinuating that someone isn't really a basketball wife. And I'm like, well, I mean, you're not one, so I mean, can you really talk? So at this point in time, Jack's like, girl, you must have some information that you gonna tell me. And O just say, you gotta wait for it. Evelyn has this little product party, okay? And the bullshit starts from the moment people get there. So we're not gonna go through all the bullshit, okay? So Malaysia's there, all the ladies are there, okay? We do see Cece and Kristen have a little conversation or whatever. Cece invites Kristen to her engagement party. Kristen says she can't go because that same day of when it is, she's going on like a little marathon walk run situation with her mom for cancer. And so she just can't make it. She has something else to do that day. But she's like, I'm happy you invited me. Like, that was a great thing. So Cece then said, like, well, that makes me think of whatever because, I went and she was at some doctor's appointment. They seen something on her uterus or whatever. And so she said she has to have a biopsy to see what it is because it could be benign, but she's going to wait to schedule it to after her engagement party. And they're like, well, why would you want to wait? And she said, because I don't want to be at my party worrying because if they tell me one thing, my mind is going to race because I'm a nurse. So I'm going to think, everything times 10, and I don't want to do that. So, what I'm saying? I'm going to just wait to after my party. It's her fucking party. It's her party. She can do what she want to do. We then see OG gets there, okay? When OG gets there, Malaysia says to Kristen how, well, OG keeps having issues with you and Cece being cool. Well, she needs to mind her fucking business, which she does. Everyone needs to mind their fucking business. But they asked Cece, have you been talking to OG? Have you told her any, like, family secrets or anything, that she would feel some kind of way about? And she's like, we talk with her, like, about regular stuff. Like, I do talk to her. But she didn't say anything specifically that she talked to her about. So then when OG pulled Cece to the side and said, I just want you to be able to be yourself. The same way you sit and talk to me, I want you to be able to sit and be yourself around the other ladies. So now here come, who came over? Kristen. Here comes Malaysia. I think, was Jackie right there? Whoever was right there. They all walk over there and they're kind of talking or whatever. And OG just like got balls of steel. I just feel like everybody needs to own their truth. Everyone needs to, to just be truthful about whatever and own their stuff or whatever. And Kristen, I'm be honest, you fake, okay? You fake. You think you better than everybody and whatever, and you not even a real Scot. I say, wait, what? What just happened? What? OG was pissed. Battery in the back pissed. Pissed off to the highest point of passivity. And she just said, she went from, bitch, you fake. I don't like you because you fake or whatever. You think you better than everybody. And you not even a real Scot. I say, what is she talking about? Now, I always thought what she was going to say was, I was like, she was going to say that Kristen and Scott wasn't real, not Scott, Kristen and what's his name? Thomas wasn't really married. I thought she was going to insinuate that she's not a real wife because her and Thomas is not really legally married. That's what I assumed it was. But when she said, you're not a real Scott, she then said, Byron, not even Thomas, a real daddy. I said, bitch, what? Bitch, did you just pull a Maury Povich? Did you just pull a You Are Not the Father on TV? And everyone was like, what? Because it came out of left field and it was so, girl, it was just like when she said it, this was Shawnee and look at Shawnee and Jackie. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh girl. And I'm like, that's how I feel too, because there's some bullshit going on. And at this point, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you like, what? What you want to do? That's the ugly face. I know it. And Kristen is pissed, okay? Kristen is so upset. She cannot believe it. She cannot believe it, okay? And she looking like, what's her face at? I gotta find it. Oh, there you go. She was just upset, like, what? What did you just say? what did you just say? I could not believe what this bitch said. And at this point, my eye burning. At this point, she's just because at this point they're yelling back and forth to each other. They're yelling back and forth to each other, and I'm like, it's some bullshit. And then a possible fight ensues. Okay, they having to pull Kristen back because she wants to fight OG because OG just told everybody that her husband's father is not his real father. Okay, it's not his birth father. And I'm like, where did it come from? So they're having to pull her back because she's very, very, very upset. And the whole time OG don't care. I said what I said, bitch. I don't care. I don't care. I pull down his underwear. And Kristen crying, Kristen all on the floor. I can't believe she would do this to me. I'm like, calm down. Calm down. Like it's not like she told you that your kid did it's like it's adult shit. Not see OG ain't shit for saying it, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not like it's the worst thing, and because no one looks shocked, okay, and that's the thing that I was like, wait, why does no one? Well, no, like Malaysia don't look shocked at all, and Kristen just looked like she's upset. I'm so damn petty. Kristen looked like she's more upset just because OG, damn it, OG knew something about her that she didn't think she knew, or at least about her husband. So at the whole time, Chris like, you bitch, you bitch, you know what I'm saying? And her OG, you're fake, you're a liar, you ain't shit, you up here lying, you not a real Scott. I'm like, OG, what is you doing? What are you girl? What are you doing? I'm just like, what is going on? And the whole time, Cece just sitting there looking like she ain't moved. She ain't. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, it had to came from Cece. So Cece says, I'm surprised Kristen's acting all upset because it isn't even a secret. Like I'm saying, it's not a secret that Byron isn't Thomas's birth father. I didn't know, but I also, didn't know them who they were before this season, before last season. So at this point in time, they pulled her out in the hallway. They have OG on the inside, and she said, "I don't care. She talk shit about me all the time. She talk cash shit. She said my man does bleep 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 bleep." So Kristen said something about OG man we couldn't hear because they bleeped it, and I'm like, probably they want to be liable. But it was just a whole yelling and fussing, and Kristen is out in the thing, crying on the floor. They having a drag. I'm like, girl, calm down. I feel like if Cece wasn't pissed off and she Byron's woman, it can't be that big of a deal. Is what I feel like. That does not make it right. It does not make it right. But I'm like, some to me seemed like it wasn't a big secret. And then when Cece said, well, it's not a family secret, it's not a secret at all. So Evelyn is pissed. Not Evelyn, Shawnee. I can't believe this. You cannot be exposing people's family, OG. You know what I'm saying? That's not your business. That's fucked up. OG then said, well, Cece told me anyway. And I'm like, oh, she just threw Cece up under the bus. And the hometown, she's like, whatever. I don't know. So Shawnee then go out in the hall because now she's pissed off. I can OG ain't shit, and neither is Cece. And then they say, well, Cece probably told her. Shit, like she did. Odie just told me that Cece told her that. And here comes Evelyn, not Evelyn, girl. Here come Kristen running real slow motion. I'm gonna get her. She ran just slow enough so that people can stop her from getting in there. I'm like, girl, calm down. Anyway, so she brings up how, I'm pissed that OG what is being used by Cece to expose the secret. So at this point in time, Malaysia go back in to see like, I can't believe, we just asked you if you told any family secrets and you said no. And she said that isn't a family secret. Like it's not a secret that Byron isn't his dead. Like that's not a secret. What are you talking about? That's not true. I can't believe that. You got the newbie Phoebe. Like OG ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? She fake as hell. I'm like Phoebe. You two new to character. You don't know. You don't know what's going on. At this point in time, Malaysia. Like you know what I'm saying? Why is OG trying to tear my family apart? It's not OG. Your family had issues before the show. You just brought them on here. OG pissed off like y'all. Oh, so she can talk cash shit about me. Y'all don't hear that though. Y'all don't hear that though. But when I say something, now I'm not doing this fake shit. I'm leaving. Not everybody upset. Girl, look, I feel like Byron was pissed off at what Kristen said last season. Okay, he was pissed off. Before for that reason, he said this is something that Kristen probably hates, and it aggravates her that I'm not his birth father, and people may not publicly know that. I feel like Byron told Cece, say it, bring it up on camera, you know what I'm saying? And let them feel how it feels to have somebody say some family shit that shouldn't be out there. I feel like Byron put Cece up to that for payback, and I feel like he did. I feel like, but Cece didn't want to do it, so Cece fed the information to OG, knowing OG don't like Kristen, and she knew eventually it would come out because she was like, when she was saying Kristen's last name, she wasn't saying the name Scott. She was saying whatever the real name is. She even said who Thomas' birth father really was, but they bleeped it. I'm like, this shit is too real for TV. Okay, too real for TV. And it went off like that. But look, I don't like Kristen. I don't like Kristen at all. But I get how you want to defend your family and you don't want anyone saying something on camera that could hurt your spouse. But I also feel like Kristen did that to Cece last season. Kristen said things about Byron that would hurt Byron that it was being said in public. So I feel like they just got Kristen back this season. Cece was just smart and she used OG. And OG was too dumb to fall for it. But she don't like Kristen. I don't like Kristen. I don't. And I don't know how true it is to it not being a secret. But again, Malaysia didn't seem, I didn't know. But I get the thing to where it wasn't public knowledge. The public didn't know. Even if the whole family know, the public don't know. And for you to put it out there and say, you're not even a real Scott. That's because Byron isn't even his real. I'm like, nah, that's fucked up. Because if Byron raised Thomas, that's his daddy. Point blank, period. I can't nobody on this earth, okay, can't nobody around this beach tell me my daddy was my daddy. Even if he was not my birth father. I don't get no fucks. That's my daddy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if someone said, that ain't your birth daddy, I wouldn't be out here crying about it. I would say, bitch, I know. But he raised me. I that would have been my response. Bitch, I know. But he raised them. And so what? The way that Kristen acted was as if no one knew and she just found out that in that moment. Like her dreams is crushed that she's not basketball royalty. Kristen, I don't like that bitch ass anyway, but I hope this don't fuck up Thomas and Byron's relationship. But I feel like it already is fucked up because they wives are beefing. Anyway, put in a comment section what y'all think. Okay, I'm done. Have a great 4th of July. Peace.